It's March 2024 and we're off to Waleswood Caravan and Camping Park, set in Rother Valley Country Park, Sheffield, South Yorkshire. The country park has 3 large lakes and a nature reserve with flat lakeside walks and trails, so it's perfect for dog walking. And here is the caravan park. There are lots of cycle tracks and there's a cycle hire centre. You can launch your own boat, canoe or paddleboard. There's course fishing, a model boat lake and a miniature train. And events take place between May and September. Oh, and there's a licensed coffee shop overlooking the lake and a shop for essentials. Lovely. Practical Caravan and Practical Motorhome magazine customers voted Waleswood as a top 100 site in the UK. And you can see it's open all year. Here's the caravan site, 3 miles from junction 31 of the M1. We've just come off junction 31 of the M1. We're on the A57.
Please leave the roundabout at that first exit onto A618 towards Caravan.
So we're turning left here onto the A618.
Please follow the road for 1 mile. Please turn right in 200 yards.
There's a sign there, look. Waleswood
Now
Caravan.
turn right.
Waleswood Caravan and Camping.
Please follow the road for 900 yards.
We're nearly there. Now the barrier's got number plate recognition.
You have reached your destination.
Oh, it's gone up. There's reception. So we've got to pull up here and let them know we've arrived. It's 1 o'clock arrival and we're a little bit late today. It's 1:35. I've been asked 5 caravan related questions by Paul Burt and I'll be answering them while we're staying on this site. And the first question is, how many cables and pipes do I carry? 9 out of 10 times the 10 metre hookup cable which I'm using now is long enough, but I do carry a 25 metre cable. I used this once last year and that were at Gate Farm CL. I also carry a 10 metre TV hookup cable and also a 25 metre hookup cable. And here I've got a 10 metre satellite hookup cable, but never used this yet in 11 years, and the satellite fly lead from the TV to the socket on the worktop. I always connect to water direct using the Truma hookup kit. The hose is 7.5 metre as standard, and 8 out of 10 times I find this adequate. I also carry the Truma 7.5 metre extension hose and a few spare connectors. If your caravan's got a Truma water inlet socket, well, Truma do their own direct water hookup kit known as Waterline. It comes as a one-piece 15 metre food quality hose with built-in pressure reducer. Well, I have seen somebody on site with what looks like garden hose. Well, you shouldn't use garden hose because the water running through it is not for human consumption, because the makeup of the hose is not food grade quality. I don't own an aqua roll, but you can buy a mains hookup kit for an aqua roll. My grey waste set up next, I've got 3 videos out, one on this 32mm domestic waste pipe you can see here, another video showing me extending it around the back of the caravan in case the grey waste point is on the other side, and a third video on collapsed waste pipes, and I've got one in use here. In this side locker I carry the other collapsed pipes in its storage bag and a basket containing connectors and so forth. I also carry different lengths of convoluted grey waste pipe because sometimes I use it in place of the collapsed pipes.
Well, we're all pitched up on pitch 54. We paid an extra £5 and chose this pitch because we saw it on Karen and Andrew's Adventures on YouTube. They've stayed at this site and they walked past this very pitch. And I said to Robert, oh, I like that pitch. It's an M pitch with a view. So that's why we're here. When I checked in at reception, I did ask the lady if we spotted a different pitch, are we allowed to swap it? And she says, as long as it's not pre-booked, yes, just let her know. So that was good. And she also told me that there's somebody on site 24/7 if needed. So I doubt they'll tolerate any antisocial behaviour here, which I think is also good. Right, we're going to make most of this glorious weather. We're going to have a potter round site and explore the country park.
It's a good sized pitch, look, loads of space, nice and level, good clean gravel. The bollard's also got a TV hookup point, but I've not used it. I've tuned the TV into the caravan aerial and we've got all the stations, and mobile phone signal is good. We're on BT, which is effectively EE. And all this for $25.50 a night, low season. Can't go wrong. This is the view to the back of us and to the right of us. This is the view in front of us. There's facility block B, and in the distance over there between the trees you can see Gulliver's Valley Theme Park. It's aimed at children aged 2 to 13. We've had a look at the website and it looks a great day out. This is the view to the left with Sheffield in the distance. Below our pitch is a free-to-use electric car charging point, and it's a 7.2 kilowatt. Here's reception, information and a good sized cafe. This is the cafe and reception. Next to reception is facility block A and children's play area. At the side of facility block A is a motorhome service point and bins and recycling. There are 163 pitches here and we'll have a quick look at the different types. This is the site map. Entrance road in up to reception, facility block A, facility block B, tent pitches. There are lots of coloured pitches on here, but at the end of the day the green ones are standard hard standing, yellow ones standard grass, and the remaining colours are super pitches, and we're on pitch 54. From the recycling we're at the bottom of this road with the view over Sheffield. There are 90 hard standing super pitches, all marked with white, blue, purple and red pegs, and this one is pitch 34 blue peg. This is an overview of the blue peg pitches. We stood on pitch 38 looking down on some of the blue peg pitches, facility block B, red peg pitches in the distance, and we're over there in the corner. We've just met 2 subscribers, Tracy and Helen. Tracy and Alan!
Take 3.
We've just met 2 subscribers, Tracy and Alan.
Hello.
Hiya. Hiya, nice to meet you. Lovely.
Thanks for subscribing.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. Great here, isn't it?
It's lovely. It's a beautiful site.
Yeah.
We really enjoy it.
Have a great time here.
And yourself, yeah.
We stood on pitch 51 and here's another view of the red peg area. There's disabled toilets, disabled shower and a family bathroom. There's a key code pad to every entrance door.
This is the facility block closest to our caravan. It's smart, clean and warm. That's your hair drying station. Very smart. Separate vanity cubicles. 5 toilets. And this is one of the showers. And just outside is the dishwashing area.
Below facility block B are 29 hard-standing standard pitchers with green pegs, and you can see most of them from up here. There are 3 service points dotted around site. There are a total of 7 grass pitchers marked with yellow pegs. The first one on the left is 119, and there are 2 on the opposite side. Coming along the bottom one-way road, this is green peg 129, green peg 110, and opposite is blue super pitch 26. And this marks the start of the purple pegs. The dog walk here between pitches 73 and 75. And from the dog walk we're looking towards the bottom exit where the purple super pitchers are. There's another motorhome service point right next to the bottom exit near the entrance and exit barrier. Look at this one, it's an extra large super pitch black peg, that's number 10, and there are 2 more over there. Good 16 metres wide, 10, 11, nearly 12 metres in depth. Not as wide though as the number 10, but 9 and 8 quite deep. Opposite the black peg pitchers are the white peg super pitchers. This one's number 11 and they're close to reception. Behind reception are the 34 tent pitchers with electric. There's the path coming from the upper tent pitch level down to this lower level. Here's your booking information. Buzzard Wood, we're going that way down to the lake. It's a downhill walk from the caravan park past Buzzard Wood. It's good for dog walking, and we're now at the River Rother. This sign is straight across the road from the river. You can zoom in here, it shows you all the mountain bike trails in the country park. Next to the car park is the courtyard with the stables cafe, the craft centre, and toilets and a seating area. And there's some picnic tables and benches over yonder. Next to the car park is Rother Valley Steam Railway, and the ticket office is behind me, but it's closed at the moment for maintenance. Let's go and see where the other end of the track is. This is the main leisure lake. You can see the car park and courtyard over there and a central island. This is the northern lake, and at the far end is the model boat launch area. And here is the jet ski launch area. And behind the jet ski launch area is the end of the miniature railway. There are miles of footpaths in the country park. We haven't had time to do them all, but we have had a lovely afternoon. And back to the caravan. The caravan site isn't shown on the map because the map was revised before the site was constructed. Well, the caravan site is here, adjacent to Delves Lane. To get to it from the M1, which is here, you come off at junction 31 and take the A57 for Sheffield. You go down the A57 to the roundabout, turn left onto the A618 to the traffic light crossroads, and then right down Delves Lane, and here is the entrance. Our walk to the lakes took us past reception and then down this track here to the road, turn right and then left over the river bridge to the visitor centre, car park and courtyard, and that took us about 10 minutes. Here's Northern Lake with the jet ski launch area, the main leisure lake, Meadowgate Lake and Nethermore Lake, and here is Rother Valley Golf Centre. The second question Paul asks is, how long does the gas cylinder last? Well, everybody uses air gas differently for different reasons. Well, I carry a 6 kilo propane bottle and that lasts us 60 nights through all seasons. We use our gas for dual fuel water heating for showering, the occasional boiled egg on the hob and the grill for my Caravan toast. The third question Paul asks is, how often do you put cleaner in the toilet cassette? Well, I used to use Thetford cassette cleaner, but for a long while now I've been using dishwasher tabs since seeing Andrew's top tip on Andrew and Karen's adventures. What I do at the end of every trip is clean out the cassette, fill it with 5 litres of warm water and drop 2 tabs in. And then as you travel home, it swishes it about and gives it a rigorous clean, and it comes up a treat. Paul's fourth question is, how do you know the weight of your caravan fully loaded? Well, the simple answer is take it to a public weighbridge. All you got to do is search the internet for a public weighbridge in your area. 11 years ago, I took this to a public weighbridge and it cost me £5 and I got a certificate.
Well, Robert's had his head buried in the map for the past 10 minutes and it looks like he's come up with a plan for us for today. We're going to be doing a bit of exploration, looking for the disused Norwood Canal tunnel portals.
There's reception and we're taking this track down to the lakes. This is Meadowgate Lake and we've just been watching the 2 cattle over there paddling. They've just come out of the water. We love a woodland walk, but just look at it. We've had that much rain this year. This isn't our route, but we're just showing you, look at state of us. Well then again, this does look like our walk. Oh, we've traversed a few muddy footpaths. It looks like we've got to the canal. Disused, of course. If we're out of the mud and back onto a dry towpath, we can make up a bit of lost time now. So this is the Cuckoo Way along the Chesterfield Canal. Cross the road. Under the old arch bridge. Fenced off up there. Oh, it's got a date on it, 1833. These are some of the canal locks running up the side of this house. Another lock there. Not far to go now to the, what's it called? I forgot now. Western Portal, that's it. What them on you? Look like. I think this is it. We've found the Western Portal. Let's have a look. Here it is, the Western Portal of the Norwood Tunnel. Well, it opened in 1775, but the tunnel suffered a lot of subsidence because of the mining in the area at the time. And a major collapse in 1907 saw the permanent closure of the tunnel. But every 10 years, the Canal Trust inspects the tunnel by boat by entering it from the other end, the eastern portal. And what they do, they knock a hole in the brickwork, and once they've inspected it, they brick it back up for another 10 years. The tunnel is 1 3/4 miles long. Well, we're not going to walk to the other end because we're a bit fed up with the mud. It's another 2 mile there and 2 mile back to this point. But the other end looks similar to this, and the canal has been restored through Nottinghamshire to the River Trent. And a cup of tea and my shortbread. Look at this plaque. Waleswood Colliery, opened 1856, closed in 1948. So the caravan site must be on the old colliery. I'll walk to the Norwood Tunnel western portal, saw us go past reception, down the track to this point here, took a left along this footpath which was very muddy, to the road, turn left and then right along this one, and that brought us out on the canal towpath, which is the Cuckoo Way. And then we crossed over the road along here, and here are the disused locks. So here's grid line 82, so we'll cross over to the next map, carried on along here, and here we found the western portal. Had we continued along the Cuckoo Way, we would have gone under the M1 motorway along here, where we would have found the eastern tunnel portal here, and this is where the Chesterfield Canal continues into Nottinghamshire. I've used OS Explorer 278 and 279, and the country park is shown on 278. And Paul's last question is, what time do you have to leave your pitch on the last day? Well, as a general rule of thumb, it's 12 o'clock midday, but some sites, including the Caravan and Motorhome Club, allow you to depart later, but there could be a small charge. That's if your pitch is available at busy times. Well, on this site, departure is 12 o'clock, but you can depart later at a charge of £10, but you might have to move pitch if your pitch is pre-booked. Well, I hope this helps you, Paul, and others too. Our last day today, weather's turned, we've lost us view behind us, and we've decided to have a caravan day in. Quite enjoy having a day in, listening to rain on the roof, looking at caravan magazines, having a cup of coffee. If you wanted to go to the Crystal Peaks shopping centre, which is here, go back down Delves Lane, turn left, down to the A57, along the A57, and take a left here down the B6053. And if you fancy a tram ride into Sheffield, there's a tram station at Crystal Peaks. We've just finished us tea. Yeah, we've had a right good time here, and we both said we'd like to come back again and finish exploring, but when the ground's a bit drier, that is. Well, honestly, the country's had such a soaking lately. It's such a shame the paths have been so waterlogged for us. We like pitch 54, and we'd happily pre-book it again and pay that extra £5. Well, Gail enjoyed watching the sheep at breakfast time, and we even had a Highland cow over there yesterday. Well, the facilities are excellent, brilliantly lit at night, really something else, except at the bins. And there are plenty of security cameras here too. Our midweek stay here has seen the site pretty quiet with just a scattering of guests about, but we did meet subscribers Tracy and Alan. Until next time, cheers.